एक समोलोगिस्ते तो किरियो ते आगातो सालेलोया
Otis tonneona to eleo saftu hallelujah.
No matter if they're from Asia, Africa, South America, North America, everyone should respect the land that they live in. So, me as a British Muslim Pakistani, I of course respect the land of that we are living in. Because why? It gives the freedom. It gives the freedom for all religions to practice their faith. No matter if you're Christian, Muslim, or Hindu.
My friend, you keep on disregarding what I'm saying. Look, I appreciate the fact that you have respect for our land. Doesn't mean you are it though. If I go on holiday to a country and I respect the laws of that particular land, it doesn't mean I'm a citizen of that country.
So first of all, what we have to understand is, it doesn't matter whatever part of the country that you come from. If you live in a certain land, then that means you are part of that land.
No.
You cannot take that away from
If I come here on
I'll give you an example.
Yes.
If a British man was to go to Pakistan, okay, we see that there are many people that that live in the land of the Muslims, in Dubai, some in Saudi Arabia, some in India, some in Pakistan, So if you look at these people, they are also respected in those lands.
Yeah, but do you know why? So firstly, Pakistan doesn't have a crisis of ethnic demographic replacement. And secondly, most of these people, if you were to ask them, would consider themselves British, not Pakistani. And that's the point. Like, regardless of what you believe the percentage of the foreign population should be, we at least have to respect the fact that people who, and some people derive a different definition. So either it would be legal, ethnic, or some sort of ancestral claim to be British. But it certainly isn't this broad scope of whether you just respect people. And on you saying whether you just being born here considers yourself British. Well, for example, there are many people that go to countries that have this system where, and if you look, for example, in America, they have this system as well. If you're born in America, you're an American citizen. How many foreigners come to America on holiday, give birth, and then claim British citizens, American citizenship? A lot. It's a huge loophole, has caused a lot of foreign criminals to come into their country. So I think it's an inconsistent definition of what it means to be British.
So this is why I say, even if you look at history, migration has always taken place. It didn't matter if you lived in Europe, if you lived in...
Well, that's not exactly true. What about tribes who didn't have the ability to, I know this is going to sound quite obvious, but didn't have the ability to travel on air or sea?
Yes, they still...
Go back to like the first few centuries of the human race. They would have just stayed in their own tribes.
No, if you look back in many years, look throughout the history, many people used to migrate from different lands. It is
In small levels.
It has gone through...
On very small levels.
Even Jesus, he travelled from Israel to India.
I don't believe that.
He also travelled towards Kashmir. He also travelled towards Asia.
Yeah, this guy's an Ahmadiyya, by the way, so he believes that Christ went to India. However, no one, by the way, in the first few centuries of Christendom or Islam ever believed this, besides from like a 7th century rabbi. However, just because on a small level...
Yeah, so you have rabbis that even accept it as well.
Yeah, one in the 7th century that no one ever took seriously. And there was never ever archaeological evidence of people...
There's many evidence, there's manuscripts, there's agricultural evidence, there is historical evidence, there is...
That's not the discussion we're having. However, I'll take your example.
Yeah, so migration has always taken place.
Yeah, on a small level.
Even the Jews, they used to migrate
On a small level.
from land to land.
On a small level. It wouldn't completely demographically replace the land.
So this is why...
We're talking about like a sea merchant going to one country to another. We're not talking about millions of people, over 1 million a year, net migration figures coming into a country, claiming benefits and exploiting our system. Look, fine, I'm totally fine with one family seeking sanctuary in a nearby country, or a merchant ship who goes country to country and at some point in that land goes there. That's completely different from a bunch of fighting age men in Calais coming over to Dover through an NGO. Can we not at least accept that fact? That the migration here in the UK is unlike anything in Europe, anything unlike our ancestry, and is used. Well, we could talk about it.
France takes more asylum seekers than the UK.
Per capita, we take more.
Germany takes more than the UK.
Per capita, we take more.
Spain takes more than the UK.
Fred, you want to speak to him or?
Per capita, we take more. Because we're a significant small country.
My friend, you want to debate him or finish?
Bob, sorry, Bob, can we join?
Yeah. I think we'll join in just after he accepts this fact. So.
My friend, I have to go. If you want to speak to him, it's okay.
Oh, okay, that's fine if you need to go. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Have a nice one.
Per capita, we take more. We are a smaller country with a smaller population.